Well, hello, man cavers. How are we doing today? Second video of the day for me. Got the little rusting done this morning. I skipped off to Methwell. We had a little bit of rain. I'm back. 2:30 in the afternoon. Well, 2:20. I can wait no longer to start the little Stuart Turner. I've had an idea. Instead of traipsing the whole thing in here, it got to be stripped anyhow. I might just take the engine off and it'll make the whole thing easier to manoeuvre because it's damned heavy. Engine generator on a cast bed. It is heavy. So what I might do is just pop the engine off because that needs to come and be gone through on the bench. So let's see if we can get this engine off the little base plate, split from the generator, and we'll go from there. Come on, let's go outside, see if we can get this done. Right, here is said engine. Now, I've been telling you all wrong. I was telling you that had a Stuart P5 on it. It isn't a P5, it's P4, look. There we go. It is a Stuart Turner P4. So there we go, it's not a P5. But this poor old engine needs a lot of work, including, oh, that crack there. Right there, look, there's a frost crack. Gutted, absolutely gutted. Luckily, the cylinder should come off that engine. So I can either try to go up brazing, or what we'll do is, we'll have to try and locate another cylinder. Right, will these nuts, bolts come undone? One day I'm going to run out of luck, but we can hope. So I'm going to give these all a little squirt. There we go. Same with the ones around the other side. Oh, there's one missing out the other side there, so we've only got 3 holder on. All right, let's give them a little squirt. We'll leave them a few minutes to settle, and then we'll be back. Right, it's been about 10 minutes. Hopefully they've had a little soak. Will these undo? Cool. Look at that. Yep. If you can actually get your spanner on it. Would you believe it? I say it every time. I honestly thought this engine might have been the straw that broke the camel's back, where my luck run out, where I say these things always come undone. This is rough. This is very rough. Yeah, that one came undone. And so did this one. With not even an inkling, where I even thought for a minute that was going to ring off. It just came undone. This is 2 coming undone. Absolutely phenomenal. What is that chippet? There we go. You can't see there because we're under the mag, but trust me, she's a-coming. Oh, yes, it's undoing my fingers. And when you look at this engine, you'd never think it was going to come undone like that. You really wouldn't. Let's get round this other side. I don't know whether you can see that one bolt, can you? You will have to zoom in. Yes. The one under here is missing, so we've just got one this side. And it seems a different size because my spanner don't want to go on it. Marvellous. Right, next size spanner up. Oh, yes. This one's coming as well, look. Look at that. Unbelievable, guys. This one's coming out a little bit tighter than the others, but and either way it's coming. Oh yes. I like how these thread straight into the cast base, so you ain't got to mess around with nuts on the bottom. It's just bolts straight in a casing. I do like that. Oh yes, there she comes. And hopefully now this engine will split off this whole base plate, because as you can see, this whole thing is extremely heavy. So will this engine break loose off here? I've got to be so careful I don't break nothing. Oh, well, that was so much easier than I thought. She seems to have just broken free. Would you believe that? All right, let's see if I can lift her. Is she heavy or isn't she too bad? Oh, no, it's manageable. There we go. That is manageable, guys. Excellent. Well, the generator turns free enough. I think she wants a little bit of oil in it, but apart from that, I think she'll hopefully be all right. There's no way I'm going to spin it quick enough to get anything out of it, but I will just give her a spin. Now, I bet we aren't showing a single thing, but I bet them gauges didn't even flicker, did they? Hang on, did that gauge flicker? No, I don't think it did. Anyhow, we're getting carried away. Let's get that engine. Let's get this engine down there on the bench. Bloody hell. Did I say this was light? Isn't that light? Whew. Right. This is on. God, the cobwebs. Right. There's some cobwebs in here, guys. Whew. Yeah, there's a spider in there. There isn't all. Look, look. Get out there, sunshine. I hate spiders, guys. They really are not my cup of tea. Don't worry, no spiders were harmed in the making of this video. He's run away under the bench. He can concentrate his efforts under there all he likes. These little like bits of tape around there to act as a cushion. But end tape, it's like more like leather tape. Oh well. I assume now just to be a little bit of a cushion drive. Maybe we can take them off and replace them with a thin piece of tube. Anyhow, I don't like the thought of the engine rolling off there. That ain't gonna roll, is it? Where the devil do we start with this? I really don't know where we're going to start with this. I take it this is our exhaust. Now a lot of... Sure, that carburetor seat. Oh, she's come free, look at that. That's free. A lot of these Stuart Turners, right? A lot of these were marine engines. This isn't a marine unit. It is actually a domestic, I think they call them, whatever you call them. They're a standard sort of non-marine engine. Oh, but as you can see, she's a little bit on the rough side. I think first thing, let's get a compressor and blow her right off. Let me get the old compressor fired up, guys. She will take a few minutes. Back in a minute. Well, while the compressor was charging, I've just cut a piece of wood, and hopefully we can get this engine sort of off its flywheel. Hopefully, he says. There you go. There you go, we're off the flywheel. The engine does turn, and it seems to actually have compression. Let me turn that compressor on. There you go, we should have enough air in there. I think this engine is actually... That's got compression, guys. That has got compression. Right. Let me get my blowgun out. Right, blowgun out. What the hell? What? Right. Come around this other side. Right. That's good. I think one of the first things we can actually do... Poor, this whole mag looks a little bit rough, guys. It really does. All right, let me get a pair of gloves on here. I just want to dust this mag off and possibly take this chain guard off. I'm interested why there appears to be a dipstick in here. Is this chain soaked in oil? I don't know, guys. I believe it might be. There you go. Yeah, I believe this chain guard may be soaked in oil. I really couldn't tell you. Right. Let's have a look here. Oh, way too small. Or should I say too big? Ah, yes, these are coming undone. Alright, I need to get the right size socket. I'm cheating here, guys, trying to use metric. Yeah, I think we need Whitworth on them. Alright. Right, guys. We are back. I'm going to use my posh little battery ratchet just to get all these out. Look at that. This is that little cheap one I bought the other week. I mean, you just crack them off. That's an amazing little thing, I must admit. You only got to crack them. Tell you, I'll try and do it without cracking them. Well, look at that. Without cracking them, it does it. No, that was a bit much. She needed a little crack. Right, what is under? Are we going to... No, that's a pleasant surprise. I was expecting this chain to be a block of rust, but look at it. Look at that. Now that surprises me. Seldom am I surprised, guys. In this sort of circumstance, I'm pleasantly surprised. Right. This comes on. Is this where you put oil in? So I'm assuming having a dipstick here Yeah, I think this should be full of oil. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to lose anything. So let me put all them back in the pot. Right. This is, to me, this is very, what do you call it, hopeful. Because it's not a solid block of rust. I'm going to blow out so I can see quite a bit of crap in the back here. So we can see quite a bit of crap in there. So I'm going to get my little pot of cleaning fluid that we had yesterday and try and get in there. I can't get in there, guys. The brush is too big. I wonder if we just feed a bit of chemical in there. This is basically heating oil. There's some brake cleaner got in there. Some petrol got in there. But I'm thinking, let me get a little brush. I've got some small brushes that I use to put cutting oil on the lathe. Oh, yes. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cleaning that up. Let me look in there. There we go. We're right in up to the nub. Perfect cleaning brush, guys. And I'll hold a bit of rag over this and blow it all out. But you got to hold a rag over. If not, you're going to have oil blow out everywhere. Mind your eyes. Sure, yeah, that's blew that out. There we go. Well, that's certainly... Oh, that's cleaned that right out of there. I'm happy with that, guys. Do you know, I think there is nothing wrong in there at all. That chain is now extremely well lubricated. Yeah, that chain is extremely well lubricated. I can't see anything. What's this on there? Is that a governor? No, I don't think it is. I don't know. What is that? That looked like a governor in there. Let's get you down. Why does that look like a pair of governor weights? Maybe it isn't. Let's have a look in there. All right, what is that on there? This piece. Do they look like governor weights to you? This is going to be a balancing act, I must admit. I can't see any movement in them. If they are, they kind of look like governor weights. Yeah, I don't know. Let me investigate that. All right. I'm none the wiser about what these are. They look remarkably like governor weights to me. But I don't know, you know, they look like a set of governor weights. No, they don't turn with them. And I don't quite know how you go about splitting all that out of there. I really don't. Let me get my light out there. That's a set of governor weights. Yeah, they're a set of governor weights, guys. Can I get in there with a screwdriver and see if they're free? Oh, I can see them now. Right, I think they run in this rib. Oh yeah, they're free. Now, oh yeah. All right. I'll leave that there and I'll show you. Yep, I was prying in the wrong place. But I'll let you have a look and you can see yourselves what's going on in there when I move that screwdriver. There we go, look. Right. What we have, if you look in there. Oh, I've gone off it. There's a... Where the devil is it now? There. This whole shaft in the back flicks in. There you go. All right. See? The whole shaft has a job to get in there, but this whole ring in the back, what I'm pointing to here, that like goes in and out with your weights. There you go. There you go. See that? And that is free as a daisy. So governor back chain side, I'm quite happy with that. I think I'm just gonna give that some WD in there. And yeah, we're gonna call this bit of it done. Just remember, top up. But is this an oil fill here? Now it looked like there's a little check valve in the top there. Do you know what I mean? Like a pressure release valve that comes through into the bottom. We got a bolt there. That comes through onto that arm. Oh, right. This just holds your governor. I see. This bolt down here holds some form of static arm in. Ain't static. That arm moves. Ah, right. That's what... Right, I see. That's a... Yeah, that holds the internal governor in. Okay. I got this sorted. Again, it says on there P4, look. So this is not a P5, Stuart. It's a P4. It's confirmed. If anybody does have a spare cylinder for a P4, please let me know. I would love to keep this original one, but it is cracked. Now, Buddy George did say, I got a set of bottles, Adam. You got, you know, get yourself some gas. I got a set of bottles. He's already given me half a dozen brazen rods. Well, I'm thinking I can take this cylinder off here, probably now, get this on the bench, and just see exactly what this crack is. And yeah, maybe take the carb off, because we're going to have to go through that carb totally. Yeah, we need to go through this carb totally. I think there's meant to be a petrol pipe go on here. That's not there. So, yeah, I think we can be going through a carb. Right, guys, so let's give this a good WD up all in there. You know me and WD-40, guys. Everything is turning, but I'm very impressed with how clean and lubricated this all is, to be honest. It looks phenomenal. All right, we'll put a bit of heavier oil in here on this chain. Squirt a bit of heavy oil all about in there. All on these governor weights. All right, we're starting to drip out. Hey, she's balancing. All right, and I think I'm going to be bold. I think I'm going to be bold and put this cover back on, guys, and we may not need to go in there anymore. May not. You know, be nice if we don't. There we go. I have put some instant gasket on. Come on. Come on. Where's the damned holes? Can't line any of those up. God. Whoa. Where's the damned hole? Ah, that's one in. That's two in. Right. We're getting there, guys. Oh, yes. I'm really happy with how that looked in there. I really am. I couldn't see any real problem in there at all. Certainly not worth stripping anything else out. Now, if we have to take the magneto off, we have to. My gloves are now covered in instant gasket. That is the worst stuff, in my opinion, to have on your damned hands. There we go. I think we can just nip these up by hand now. I'll probably do them up with a torque wrench. I know. I just want to make sure I get the torque even. All right, this is a good idea, torque wrench. The other week I was sent these. They sent me a 1/4 drive torque wrench and a 3/8 drive torque wrench. And I'm meant to be reviewing these, and I haven't had anything need torquing up. Today, we can discuss them. They are V4. Now, I've never used these, but they look like a really decent set. I've had a look online. They're not massively expensive, actually. But they approached me and said, look, try and fault our tools. So, we'll have a look. Straight away, this torque wrench actually feels really nice. It's locked, and you have to move this collar to turn it, and then it locks in where you want it. It is fully relaxed at the minute, don't worry. But yeah, little quarter drive torque wrench. Now what are we going to do these up to? Let's try one of their sockets as well. There we go. Let's tighten them up till that feel right. That is way too, that's not tight enough. I'm going to go a couple more turns. That feels about right. So what are we set at here, guys? I cannot see. Let me get my eyewear. I need some eyewear. Oh yeah, this is a good test of these little torque wrench, actually. Right, foot-pounds. We are at 100 foot-pound. Or 13.6 Newton meters. Well, let's go. Yeah, we're bang on 120 foot-pound, look. Bang on. So let's do all these to 120 foot-pound. Do you know, that actually feels really good quality. So Vivor, thank you guys for sending me these. I am actually really impressed. And we now know that these are all uniform tightness. Yep. Excellent. Slacking him off. There we go. Thank you, Vivor. The first use of your torque wrench. I am impressed. Even the little case looks half decent. So yes, affordable, reliable home improvements. Are you going to make a living with this thing day in, day out, torquing up head bolts? Of course you're not. But for the average person in the shed, is it all right? To be honest, it just seemed actually, it felt really good quality, actually. This is my socket, not the one out of that tub. Right, what we're going to do now, clean all this gunk off. So I do not like gasket sealer sticking out like that. So we will get a rag. What are we going to say? The cleanest dirty rag? We'll get a rag and give this clean off. Because there's nothing worse than the sight of gasket sealer sticking out. Oh, I hate the sight of it. It just looks, it looks shoddy, like someone couldn't be bothered. You know what I mean? I don't like the look of gasket sealer at all. You know, I'm getting a glimpse of what this little engine's actually going to look like once that's done. Because I was convinced I was going to paint this engine. But now I'm looking at it, I'm not so sure I am going to paint it. I guess we'll see, won't we? Right, what's next? I think, take the plug out. What the devil? I think whatever that is, it's alive. That looked like a sort of maggoty caterpillar. Look at the little bugger. But he is most certainly alive. Chuck he outside. There you go. He's gone outside, guys. He was happy under the spark plug. Oh, I think this is a proper old-fashioned champion here. Oh, have we struck gold here and got an old... I think we've struck gold here and got an old 8-com or something, 7-com. Look at the state of that plug. I think she's been in there a day or two. But it is an old Champion 8com. Look at that. These old plugs are getting really hard to find. I reckon she'd go again. Looks can be very deceptive. Right, I want to give this engine a good check. I think we're going to pop the head off now, guys. I'll just give them head bolts a little bit. We'll let that soak for a few minutes and we'll come back and try and take them off. Right, guys, we're back. If you wonder where this dust come from, I've just took this hose off the top. This old water hose up there, and a load of rust and crap come out of it. Right, I've got an appropriate size socket. Metric actually fits these well, 15mm. So yeah, and them other ones I ended up doing with a 12mm. Now I'm not going to subject that ratchet to undoing head bolts, the electric ones, so we'll just crack them with our manual ratchet. Do you know, I was expecting this engine to actually put up a fight. Oh, he says. But nothing's ringing off, that's for sure. Oh, yes. I'm actually pleasantly surprised how well this engine's coming to pieces. I really am. Oh, they're just nuts. Okay, they're just nuts. Oh, dear me. Look at that. Are there any washers on there? There isn't. What the hell has a stink in here? I think there must be a pig farm. Look at that. Right. Is this head? I want to come off. There's nothing else holding it. It's cast iron. You can't really go tapping it too much. I don't want to go hawking on this, because if I break this off, we're going to be in bother. I'm going to give it some love taps around. I know you guys are probably cringing now, but I'm really not hitting it that hard. And those of you that saying, you should use a nylon hammer. Come on, a nylon hammer ain't going to do nothing when you're trying to separate this. Right. Still nothing. I think I need to get a scraper and try and drive it around the head surface, because the scraper is quite thin. Let's have a go, guys, and just see if we can just crack that off. That's all it needs, a crack. Well, we're definitely in the head gasket material. Oh dear. Sure, our head's on there tight, guys. Me thinking this head was got to come off easy. I need to think again, I think. Right. Right, we do need to take the cylinder off. So I'm wondering, take the cylinder off, get the carb off, take the cylinder off, get all this inlet off, and then once the cylinder's off, we can maybe tap that head from inside with a block of wood to knock it off. But there's no valves in there, so do it even need to come off? We'll see, we'll see. We're carrying away with ourselves here. We'll put a little bit on these, carb bolts. There we go. Let's have a look and see if we can get these carb bolts undone. Yeah, this really all needs to come off, guys. I did think this whole engine really would oh, that's coming undone. I can't help thinking there's something going to catch me out on this. But it is nice. Oh, nuts and all. It is nice when these things all just come undone. I do like it. Love these old engines, you know. I say it every time, but stuff just come undone. There you go. I cracked that with the spanner and they're all just coming off with my fingers. Right. Is there any linkages or anything on there? That's all come off. What the devil is that in there? What is this? Where's my picto? Whatever is that, guys? Where's that little blue picto? There it is. Is this like a... Is that a mud dauber nest? Whatever it was in there. Right. Ah, that's your throttle. Look at that. It's all free. Excellent. Sure. This water gallery in the bottom is full of sediment, look. And the fitting has snapped out of it as well. I can see a fitting. I can see a fitting jammed in there which has snapped out. Let me blow that out with an airline, guys. On, guys. Come down here. Well, the waterway seems relatively clear through there. Will this come off? Let's try, see if we can get this off. Oh. Oh. Right, this is not so helpful, is it? Oh, you bastard. Right. Don't put ill-fitting spanners on there, Finn. Right. I think we need an imperial size for that. I really do think we need an imperial size. Yeah. Back in a second. All right, let's see if this will come undone now. Oh, yes. This one? Oh, yes. So we can get this entire, what I believe is an exhaust system. Right, these are studs, but the whole things are coming out. Yeah, these whole things are coming out, guys. We'll have to sort them out. There we go. Yeah, that looks like a complete exhaust coming off there. So put that exhaust down there. We'll sort him out another day. Right. I think we just need to get this cylinder off, guys. So I want to see if this frost crack actually goes through. You know what I mean? I want to see if that frost crack actually goes through into the cylinder. I don't think it do, because the engine actually builds up. That's hitting on something. I think there's some crap in that bearing. Right. Well, you can see the piston going up and down. Right, let me show you this. You can actually see the rings are not stuck. Alright, if we come in here, look in there at the piston. I'll try and hold the camera dead steady. Look at the ring. See that when I rock the engine? You can see the gap in the ring opening and closing. So the rings are not stuck in the piston. That is a very good sign. There's a lot of good signs here. Again, a bit of a blow off. Bit of a blow off before. A little bit of WD on these head bolts. Cylinder bolts, sorry. There we go. What size are these? Come on. Come on, come undone. Ah, yes. Again. Crack them off and you can nearly undo them with your fingers. Come on, girl. Get off. I'm going to get the next size spanner up. That's just easier for that to manipulate on. There we go. We're coming off now. That's just coming over that paint. There we are. It's just hard to believe that these things all come undone with an open-ended spanner, guys. Really is phenomenal. So guys, how far would you go with this thing? Would you try and locate another cylinder for it? Or would you have a go at repairing the old one, the original one? There's one sorry thing. The crack appears to have gone underneath the spec plate. And that is quite annoying because them spec plates are riveted on. So we're going to have to do away with them. We're going to have to sort of cut that spec plate off. And all these cylinder bolts are coming undone, look. Oh, this one's taken the whole stud out. Trust you to take the whole stud out. All the others, we've just got the nuts. There's one at the back. Well, that's loose, so I can already lift it. So our cylinder isn't stuck down to the block, which is good. It'll be good because we can also, while we're here, get to see in the crankcase. I don't particularly want to go splitting this entire crankcase open, if I'm honest. Oh, no, the nut is coming undone. No, that is coming undone. Excellent. That's just like he's leaving the stud in there. I must have been seeing things. There we go. There we go now. So this piss cylinder should come off. Cool. Come on. Come on, go. Whew. She's a little bit tight there, guys. All right. She is a little bit tight coming through there. Let's get a bit of wood and then turn the engine, and hopefully oh yeah, she's coming. Right, need to get that off there, don't we? I can't go hitting this mating surface with my big hammer. That is a big no-no. Even for me, that is a big no-no. Let me get a big rubber hammer. I've got a big rubber hammer here. There we go. And we'll tap this cylinder off with that. There you go. She's off. Bottom ring, like I said, is free. This top ring is totally seized up, but the piston itself looks all right. Here is our frost on the cylinder. We have a nasty frost crack. Looks like there's a big bolt here. Oh yes, I don't think that cylinder is cracked through there. No, I think we've got lucky. Yeah, that cylinder's not cracked through there. But we will get onto that cylinder and try and have a go at raising it. Right, I think with this, I would like to try and free off this top ring. That would be nice if this top ring did free. Can't believe this one is as free as a daisy, look. It's a good point. How the hell am I going to drop that cylinder back on here and nip them rings up at the same time? That's going to be a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Oh, there's your little locating pins there. Yeah, there are little locating pins there, guys. Most excellent. You know, the old weather, I don't know what to make of it. We keep getting rain, good. Oh yes, there's a little locator around there for your ring. Okay, let me get a pick tool, and I think we'll be able to free this other ring up. There you go. There you go. Other ring freed up. How am I going to take them rings right off there? I don't ought to. I should know better. I should know better, guys, because if we break them, you got a world of hurt trying to find two more. Where are you going to find piston rings for a Stuart Turner? You know, I'm not going to tempt fate. They are staying well alone. Sorry, guys, we're leaving them well alone. Inside that crankcase, I can already see, and this is another positive sign, there's no water in there. I can already see, if I dip this old piece of HT lead right in the bottom, oil, look. Look at that, that's oil. There is no water in the bottom of that, just oil. Again, good sign. I had a feeling this engine, by the look of it, I thought it was going to be full of water and a block of rust. But everything I'm seeing is encouraging, all apart from we're going to have to make another gasket for this cylinder because it's broke. Oh, broken in 2 places. If that was a 4-stroke, I would have put a bit of seal around it and left it. But 2 strokes, they do require perfect crankcase compression. So we will make another gasket for that at some point when we put this engine back together. That obviously isn't going to be today though. But I am more than happy with what I'm seeing. This piston looks good. There isn't even a lot of carbon build-up on the top of it. Look at that, look how clean that piston is. That is really good. It's not even shiny. It's still got glaze and hatching marks in. Yeah, a good oil up, this piston can go back in. And I don't think we're going to have any problems. I really don't. That'll be good. Right, what are we doing now? Do you think we should put the engine on the floor and have a closer look at this cylinder, try and pop this head off? Or do we not bother with that head? There's nothing in there, there's no valves. So do we even bother taking that head off? Or, seeming though that's good and assumingly watertight, put the head bolts back on and leave it? I'm tempted, you know, to put the head bolts back on and leave it. Because I can't see a lot of... If it was a 4-stroke, I'd say, yeah, we'll take the head off and take the valves out. But there is no valves on this. It's just 2-stroke, so it's got revalves. I would like to know what this is. I really couldn't tell you. I'm doing this because I don't want to get a lot of dust everywhere. Certainly not down in there. What is this thing? I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's some form of where you put your oil in. I'm sure you Stuart Turner guys are screaming out there. Come on, Adam. You should know what that is. Maybe I should, but I don't. Do it undo. Alright. Alright, what is this? Alright. Alright. I think this is some form of governor setting, you know. What is this, guys? It's got a little knob on the end. Does that punch in and out? Does this like drop down to relieve pressure? I couldn't tell you. Right, we're going to put the engine down on the floor now. And yeah, I think we'll have a go at cleaning this cylinder up. And then we're going to call the video a day. I don't know how long it is, but you guys are going to be getting fed up. Oh my God, this bit's 23 minutes. You guys are going to be fed up. So we'll just get this engine on the floor. We'll have a look at the cylinder. And yeah, that'll be the end of the video. Heavy little sods. Absolute ways of telling these little things, don't they? There we go. I've got a piece of wood. There's our cylinder. Can you guys see? You will do when I zoom in. There we go. Did this come off that? You can see the dreaded split. It's gone right through where this brass nut is. That is a shame. Right, I think, yeah, I think we do need to have this head off. That crack goes suspiciously close to the head flange. See that? I think I need to grind all this out, try and get this nut out. I'm not liking my chances of that nut coming out without destroying the head. And the last thing I want to do is destroy the damned head. That is the last thing I want to do, because that would pretty much be a nightmare. Right, the head's in and nipped. Will this nut come undone? Look at that, it is. It is coming undone, guys. I did not expect that. Right. Yeah, that split goes all the way through. It is cracked down the thread this side, but it isn't this side. So this crack don't go down the threads this side. So down here, there's no crack. This side, there is a crack. All right. That is such a shame. Such a shame there's a split. Yeah, that has definitely split. Right. I think we need to try and get off this nameplate. Sadly, this nameplate is riveted, and I do not want to mark it. Now, an animal would get an angle grinder on that. Yeah, an animal would get an angle grinder on that and grind it off. I'm just going to persevere with a file. All right, let me have a mess around and try and get this plate off. Right, spec plate is off. You know, we have some good news. The crack ends right here. I can't see anything past that spot there. Right, is there anybody in Norfolk, anybody watching here, who isn't a million miles away and fancies a crack at raising this up? I'll bring it to you. But that's got to be a lot easier than you carting cylinders and gas out here, unless you really want it to. But if any of you guys are up for the challenge and you want to just help me braze this crack, that would be fantastic. I believe this is cast iron. Yeah. Of course, with brazing, don't we have to like grind that out so that's clean metal, like V it out and then fill the V up and then sand it off? This engine will be painted, so whatever you do will be painted over, so we could file it smooth. But it seems like it does end here. All right. Is there a way we can nip this to maybe get that cylinder off, get that head off. I want to kind of nip this cylinder, and then maybe this head will pop off. Not a chance is this head going to come off. Now, that head is staying well alone, guys. Not going to, nah, it didn't even start to break. I'm not even going to attempt taking that head off. I am more than happy that we can do this with head on. I really am. Ah, good. This cylinder, there's a slight taper on there to guide your rings in. Excellent. Right. If there was a sharp step there, we'd be in the shit. But no, there's a slight taper there so you can get your rings in. Excellent. Right, I'll get you down there, have a closer look at this crack. And then we'll call this video a day, because it is plenty long enough. There's the crack, guys. So if any of you guys do fancy brazing that up, or if Georgie boy come through with some gas welding torches that he said he had, you know, I might have a crack at them myself. I would like to learn brazing and get some torches, because that would be so handy for doing this sort of thing. But unfortunately, that frost crack there is not good. So yeah, that frost crack definitely needs doing. It's split right up to where the rivet is, what holds the spec plate on. Look, so that little hole that holds the spec plate on has saved the day, basically. But yes, it does need a little bit of a going around there. And yeah, hopefully it'll be all right. Right, let's get this video finished up. So guys, thank you very, very much for watching. Like and subscribe. I don't know how long this video is, but I fear it's going to be an hour and a half. And you guys are going to be bored. But there you go. I'm not going to edit a lot out. I know you guys like to see the good, the bad and the ugly. So we've had a productive afternoon. We have taken the engine off the generator plant, partially stripped the engine, taken the damaged cylinder off. We've looked at the mag governor, mag chain. That's all free, lubricated. We haven't checked for a spark yet. That's something we can do once the engine's back together. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we will see you next time. I've now got to tidy the workbench. Right, I'll see you next time, guys. Ah! Stuart Turner P4.